Welcome back to Entertainment Weekly's coverage from Comic-Con. Pipe down, Team Rick and Morty. I'm Jessica Shaw, here on the show I love so much, so excited. It's coming back July 30th on Adult Swim. Welcome, you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
So we got to see like one little April Fool's episode, and just what else are we going to see? We know Rick's out of galactic prison and everything. Tell me more.
Dan?
There will be 10 episodes.
10 episodes.
Bestiality?
Should we just go out with the bestiality?
Bestiality episode!
Cannibalism.
Not because we wanted
cannibalism?
to.
It's true. Do you remember the episode I'm talking about?
Yeah. Is
That's,
that
that's a real episode.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah.
Cannibalism.
From childhood friend.
Yeah.
Tommy.
Bestiality.
Played by
And I will say,
Thomas Middleditch.
with the bestiality thing, we didn't want to do it. The fans demanded it.
You gotta keep
Yeah.
it
Yes.
The network was like, all right, you've shown the data.
They said, we're numb. We need more to shock us this season.
Yeah.
Most of your religion said we couldn't do it.
But you did it anyway.
The religion
But
of
we
Rick and
did
Morty?
it. We did it in a classy way.
Yeah. That, showed
Very
like,
highbrow
the
bestiality.
humanity of it.
Yeah. Well, and also just.
Did I just say that?
We're doing a bit. There's not bestiality. I'm just gonna fucking say it. We're not.
There
there's
is.
no.
There is.
Oh, there. Well, there's a minute. There's a moment
Have
of
you
it.
seen the season?
There's a tiny moment of it. It's not a whole episode.
Do you cut it off before so we can imagine what it's like? Because that's the best. guys.
Wait, do what?
Do you cut it off like before
Oh,
we
no,
see
no, no.
the act?
No,
you see the
well, yeah, you kind
A
of.
little
I mean,
bit.
we, you
Through
know,
through the eyes of a...
you know what's
Listen,
happening.
How did
Is
you get
this,
it?
is this bestiality on Earth though, or where's Earth at?
I'm not
at this
telling you
point?
where it happens. That's a
Okay.
huge.
Well, just tell me about Earth.
spoilery.
Like, is Earth like in a totally back to normal situation, or
No, things are a bit ham when
Uh-huh.
when the old bestiality moment hits.
No, she's
It's
asking
I feel like
the-
this is
the
like
season
one
finale.
minute, I like
Oh,
this.
of the entire
the whole
season.
season.
There's just
Things
like
do.
one moment.
It's we went. I feel like after that first episode of season 3, sort of like getting everything back to somewhat of a normal kind of rhythm, with a few exceptions. Jerry and Beth are sort of going to be splitting, and that's gonna add a different kind of flavor to the season. But it's still the same show. I mean, it's there's going to be a bunch of great standalone episodes that are sort of evergreen, as they call it in the industry. Evergreen.
Christmas tree industry.
yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's good episodes that are
Tree industry.
continuity and canon and consequences that will live with us for many seasons to come. I know. I looked at a thesaurus today.
Well, Sarah, tell us about like what's going to go on with Beth. She's like got this whole new lease on life. I feel like.
Yeah, she's gonna go a little wild. She's gonna go wild. No, she gets very dark. You get to see more of what happens with her and Rick, and you dive into her childhood, and you kind of see why she is the way she is, and can't fill this bottomless hole. That was
It's like an
created by
origin
being-
story of her psyche.
It is. It gets way deep. There are some killer guest stars again this season.
Oh yeah.
Let's hear.
Susan Sarandon.
Or
and-
Sarandon.
I think it's Sarandon.
Did you do your homework on that?
Yeah, it's Sarandon. and Gillian Jacobs, Joel McHale.
Logic, the rapper Logic.
Joel McHale.
You kidding me? I always forget to mention him. We also got Danny Trejo, Peter Serafinowicz.
Do you write to the guest star? Like, do you think like, oh my God, I got to get whoever, and then write a character for that person?
I feel like we'll sort of have a dream person in mind, and like you kind of like you'll sort of have someone in your mind.
Kind of like
Sometimes,
Spencer and I
right?
in your minds, like those dream.
I was like the dream voice.
Yeah.
Like the dreams.
I mean,
Mostly not, though. I think
Mostly not.
no,
You're
you
okay
said
sometimes, but mostly
not
not.
about
Dream
you,
voice.
about the special guest.
I think we
Right,
might
right.
picture somebody like you might picture Ian McShane or something because you're writing somebody who's like
Then
Al
it becomes-
Swearingen in Deadwood. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so then maybe you might go, well, we kept thinking about that character, so see if Ian McShane's available.
Yeah.
Ian McShane is not available.
And so
then
nor will he ever.
You get Joel McHale because you're friends with him. And he'll work cheap.
He'll do it. I know.
There's a
like
common
Amy
through
Schumer.
line for sure.
Did you write for Werner Herzog? Like that was it.
Werner Herzog.
You had
That one, yes.
That was Werner.
That one, yes. So that's an example of one where we were like, oh, this is for sure this person. I think also Nathan Fielder, right? Did we kind of a little bit?
No.
No.
We're like, we're big fans of
We're
his show.
learning
Let's try
so
to
much
squeeze
about
it in.
each
Oh,
other
this
right
little
now.
alien is perfect.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think we specifically. I mean, well, I almost said a spoiler. Anyways, whatever. Yeah.
Well, Spencer, is Summer gonna get to go on some more adventures?
Yeah, there's some good stuff that happens.
Yeah, Summer's
Well,
got a great
because
episode.
the dynamic of the family starts to change,
Sure.
and then that starts, especially when you're like a teenager, that starts to affect you as a person and the different things that happen within that realm. Without trying to, I'm like, I don't know what episodes I'm allowed to talk
know,
about.
Like, you guys
there's
all know
some
what you're
good-
talking about, and I'm like, I have
Yeah.
no idea what
I know.
But that's cool.
Because I
That's like-
don't want to give anything away. I want like everyone to be surprised and excited, like we were when we got the scripts and were able to like read them and create these voices along with their brilliant ideas. So
I think it's safe to say Summer has a story where her adolescent body image issues take a sci-fi turn.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really good way to put it. Yeah,
That's a great
I'm gonna
episode.
steal that for all the later interviews.
I'm sure the 4chan people are watching and going, "Oh, good, body issue
issues.
episode with
Right,
the
for,
Summer character."
For Summer character, yeah.
It's
we got,
about
it's
time.
an important issue for girls and teenagers.
We do it in
to
such a
go
fun
with.
way, though. It's,
Well, yeah.
it's totally
I feel
sci-fi.
like that's
and absurd.
officially Rick and Morty's very special episode. That's like your
Yeah.
after school special.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
Body
Rick comes
issues and
out at the end.
bestiality.
Yes, it's like the more you know.
He's like, "Hey, I'm Rick Sanchez.
And I-
This episode was a really important one. If you have body dysmorphia, please call the bodydysmorphia.com www 1-800-dysmorphia.
Spoilers.
That's right.
They're basically going to keep saying your body's fun. It's kind of their gimmick.
Hot summer.
They're not being lazy. It's the only
Thanks,
help.
guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we know
I
it's
feel
not
so
going
good
to
about
help
myself.
because you hate yourself.
Yeah, no,
All right, see ya.
Bye.
See you next week.
Look, you've already written
Ding,
season 4.
ding.
This is great.
Yeah.
What's going on with the Mad Max episode?
It's it's just a standard sci-fi trope, the kind of diesel-powered post-apocalyptic world. We've always wanted to visit that. That's the one. Joel McHale's in that. I don't think
Yeah.
that's a spoiler.
No.
It doesn't. It's just a backdrop.
I will say it's a good summer episode.
Yeah, I was
so
gonna
we
say,
can
I
say
like
that.
that a lot.
It's a pretty
From that
strong
one.
summer
Mhm.
episode, and you know I think when we were writing it and thinking about it and dreaming it up, we were fairly inspired by Fallout, the Fallout series, kind of in a weird way. Like it was Mad Max, a little bit of Fallout, a little bit of like that whole kind of
Summer
thing.
gets rebellious.
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah. It's
Like,
it's a really good summer episode.
wants
But
to
that's all I'm
try-
gonna say.
try on a new
Is any more than that?
lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's a
Right?
might as well just screen this. Just put it on. Screen it on the zonk. Is there a phone
There's
back
a boom.
there?
There's a
There's
boom.
a thwack. There's a foam.
Throw it on the phone.
All right. Well,
That's
I cannot wait for that episode for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
So excited. July 30th, Rick and Morty is back. Thanks you guys so much for joining me. We'll be back with more Entertainment Weekly coverage from